Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, grade 8. This is the last part in lesson 3, chemical equations. For today, you should know the different types of chemical reactions. We have four different types of chemical reaction. You should know how to differentiate between each chemical reaction. Based on the general equation or the reactants or the products or the requirements for this reaction. So we will start with the first chemical reaction, which is oxidation. The first chemical reaction for us today is oxidation reaction, then combustion, thermal decomposition, and last neutralization. Oxidation is a chemical reaction in which oxygen is added to a substance. So this is a definition for oxidation. It's a chemical reaction in which oxygen is added to a substance. As you can see here, iron, we have only one element, which is iron, Fe, one element. And oxygen is here, and the reactants, all this side is reactant side, reactants. And after the arrow, all this is called products. So oxygen in the reactants is separated than iron and oxygen, they are separated. But after the reaction, oxygen is added in one compound called rust or ferrous oxide or iron oxide. This compound is between iron and oxygen. So iron is added to the iron. Oxygen is added to the iron. So this is an oxidation reaction. So how to know that this equation or this reaction is oxidation reaction? You will find oxygen alone in the reactant side, then added to another substance in the product side. So for example, rusting of iron is a very famous reaction. Rusting of iron is an oxidation reaction. Second, we have combustion reaction. Substances react with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water and energy. So what is the meaning of combustion? Combustion reaction, when substances react with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and energy. For example, carbon plus oxygen produces carbon dioxide and energy. And also another example by using methane gas. CH4 is a methane plus O2 produces carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. So how to differentiate between combustion and oxidation? Combustion, in the product side, you must find carbon dioxide. In the product, you must find carbon dioxide. But in the oxidation reaction, no carbon dioxide. Any other oxides like sodium oxide, lithium oxide, magnesium oxide in the oxidation. But in combustion, you must find carbon dioxide and of course energy will be produced. So burning or fire is an example of combustion reaction. Okay. Next question is thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition means we use heat. Heat is used to break a compound. We have a compound, a complex compound, which made up of two or more substances. And by using heat, we're going to break this compound. Like CuCO3. CuCO3 is copper carbonate. By using heat, heat is represented by a triangle. Heat is represented by a triangle above the R. So, copper carbonate, which is here, is a green copper carbonate. By using heat, this heat, it will break into two new substances, copper oxide and carbon dioxide. Copper oxide and carbon dioxide. Copper oxide is a black substance, and carbon dioxide, of course, it's a gas. So what is the meaning of thermal decomposition? Thermal decomposition means heat is used to break a compound. For example, on heating green copper carbonate, this one, decomposes into copper oxide, which is black, and carbon dioxide gas. Of course, by using heat. So this triangle is very important, which means heat. Last type of chemical reaction is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is a reaction between an acid and an alkali to produce salt and water. So in the reaction you will find acid in the reactant side. This is reactants. We said it before, reactants, and after the arrow it's products. Product. So the reactants in neutralization reaction is acid and alkali, and the products in neutralization reaction always is salt and water. For example, NaOH, it's an alkali. HCl is an acid, produces H2O, which is water, NaCl, which is salt, table salt. So how to know this reaction is a neutralization reaction? You will find always in the products there is a salt and water. Always in the products we will find salt and water. So now those are the four types of different chemical reaction. First, oxidation, combustion, thermal decomposition, and neutralization. Four different types of chemical reaction. You have to know and memorize the definitions of each and also examples for each reaction. Thank you for watching. I hope you understood this lesson. Thank you. Goodbye.